It's getting crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look and find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, look and find your way, babe.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical.
Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines, we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah.
Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, yeah. You know we don't play games. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas, they using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me, what's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They are controlling the youth, agenda of fusing them, nigga. We losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them, that's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with a Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got to that. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beard, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games.
Why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass?
House is a fucking prison on planet bullshit! In the galaxy of this sucks channel dick!
I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Trying to stay private, but I got them groupies. Owe me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the newbie. FTLOG on the top with the blue jeans.
Emotional, damn it!
I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Trying to stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the newbie. FTLOG on the top with the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies.
He's heating up!
Inconceivable!
Mr. Strickland!
All right then, leave!
Swole Norman.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 3282 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on? Beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yahos. It's your boy Papa Solio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you
The fucking Catalina wine mixer!
Welcome, come one, come all. Time to go to the fucking gym. If you haven't yet, here's some pre-workout for your ear holes. Hashtag gym today, swole forever. Gym today, swole forever. That felt like the right card. Drop that in the comments down below. Hashtag gym today, swole forever for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. The Daily Swole everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Rumble, YouTube. Now let's get on into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Reminder before we get into the first Swole fan post, we do have some new merch over at papasolio.com. Buy one, get one 50% off. They do lift in herds. And that's a great design. Wow. Shout out to my Jurassic Pump peeps out there. Jurassic Park was the movie that got pushed out there, and yeah, it was a huge success, massive box office hit, but Jurassic Pump was the movie never made. It was never made. It was actually slated to be the main release, but then of course it got pushed back in priority for Jurassic Park to take off. But Jurassic Pump was the original design. It was the original script, and we're making it. So Jurassic Pump, great movie that was never made. And here was the actual line. They do lift in herds. And then of course it was changed later to they do move in herds and everything. They decided that was better for the larger population. But here's the original, the unmade Jurassic Pump, and more merch. So go check it out. Buy one, get one 50 over at papasolio.com. All right, let's get into the first.
What's in the box?
Let's get into some Swole fam stuff. We got a few emails today, actually. We're going to kick it off with emails. If you want to get on the email list, go to makeemailswoleagain.com and you can sign up for free. It is 100% free. You do not have to be a member, but you'll probably want to be, because you're getting knowledge cock in your inbox. And of course, any kind of alerts, updates, special releases, special offers, you'll be notified on the email list. So makeemailswoleagain.com. Go and sign up for the email list today. This one's from Jules. Sent one out. What do I eat? That was the title of the email. Jules responded and said, hello, I eat less in the morning, so I had 5 or 6 crescents? You mean croissant? Or French pain au chocolat? I don't know, whatever. But now I have only fruits and my tea. That's all till the evening. And for dinner, I eat more, but not much. Okay. Interesting. You used to eat croissants, just pastries all the time. Michelle says, hi, again, forgot the part about my customized diet. Is this a part 2? Oh. Okay. I do grass-fed beef from Aldi, fresh eggs from my nephew's chickens, and my nephew also gets me a freezer full of venison every year. I raise some veg and buy some organic ratio yogurt. Don't forget, fam, we get emails from people all around the world. So sometimes maybe they're trying to say a word in English or they're spelled correct. So I don't know. Sometimes I'll know what the word they were trying to write, but sometimes I'll just read it as is. So this is not me stumbling. It's just sometimes weird to read an email with like no periods and random words. Yogurt, cottage cheese, cheeses, Ezekiel bread, chicken breast, berries, apples, bananas, melon in the summer, gallon of water a day, 8-hour window. Good for you. I know Aldi is popular. I don't go there. I don't think I've ever been in an Aldi, maybe once, but seems to be pretty popular. What do I eat? From Pipurang. Papa Swolio, I have been increasing my protein intake. That's good to hear. Luckily, I get farm fresh eggs from my nephew and eating lots of deer and elk meat. All right, is that the same email, or are we just getting emails from the same person, different emails? Anyway, good. Farm fresh eggs from my nephew. Unless you have 2 people that have 2 different nephews, and these nephew gang is giving everyone some eggs. Man, get yourself a nephew. Sounds like they always give you eggs. Nephews give people eggs. Who knew? Let's get into some questions. Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And we'll get into some of your questions. Drop in the chat. Let's get some live stream going. It's Ask Papa Swolio live. We'll take some from Instagram stories first, and then if TikTok ask some questions, or people on Instagram. But if you're watching the live stream, drop your comments down below. First one's from Bromyard Incomer. Bromyard Incomer. Papa Swolio, my 63-year-old body is not responding to the training my 33-year-old body did. Help. Crying emoji. Your 63-year-old body is not responding to the training that your 33-year-old body did. Well, I am here to tell you about a little thing called aging and life. Of course, I don't have to tell you that. You're experiencing it. But no shit. You don't say. You don't fucking say. I'll tell you what. I'm almost 42. I mean, I'm actually making gains. I'm feeling great, but I don't feel the same exact way that I did when I was 22. For fuck's sake, that's for sure. But I feel fantastic. So I don't know where you want me to go with this. I don't know where you want me to go with this. You want help? Well, you got to get on a quality program that I don't know what you've been doing. Have you been training for 33 to 63? Or are you trying to jump back into training and you're shocked that 30 years of no exercise, you wonder why you're not feeling that good? So you say you're not responding to the training that you're younger, of course, but you have to train differently. You have to train smarter. And again, I have always, and I wouldn't say I've always been practicing yoga, but for years, I mean, I've been doing yoga and mobility and stuff for like 10, 15 years, you know, dabbling in it more and then getting more and more into it and aware. And this is because I used to train a lot of older people. I used to train a lot of older people, used to do a lot of like rehab stuff. So I've seen what people that have tons of money, millionaires, just absolutely wealthy by, you know, financial standards or, you know, that kind of measurement, but their health was garbage. So I always knew that I never wanted to be an older person that couldn't move, that didn't take care of themselves. And I know it started early. So I've always been more aware of injuries, preventing injuries, not doing stupid shit. And of course, if you're lifting in the gym, you're being physically active, you're going to have issues. Like things are going to happen. You're going to roll your ankle. You're going to hurt your shoulder, whether it's exercise, just by chance. Things, you overtrain a little bit, or you put the weights down wrong, or you're playing with your dog. It's just shit happens, life. If you're training and you're taking care of yourself, you have less of a risk because you're more stable. You have better balance. You can prevent falls, your impacts. You have stronger bones, ligaments, tendons. If you fall and you have to catch yourself on the ground, you don't blow your shoulder out. You might, my elbow, but you can catch yourself from falling. You don't fall and break your hip. That's why it's important for people to lift weights when they get older. Grip strength and balance and proprioception is very important, so you don't fall and break your leg when you could have just like grabbed a wall and been like, oh, totally fine, keep moving. So I never wanted to be immobile. So I'm very mindful of, like, 2 days ago, I was doing legs. I was training legs, and I was warming up for the last exercise. I was going to do squat press. It's like, real quad bias squat press. And as I was getting towards my working set, I just felt like a little tightness in the top of like my vastus lateralis or something on the upper part of my quad. And I was like, it just felt like not a cramp. It didn't feel like a pull, but it felt like, oh, straining a little bit. So maybe it wasn't fully recovered, or something was still a little bit fatigued from, maybe I went too hard the first time I did this exercise a few days before. So I just kind of called an audible and just went to leg extensions instead. So I'm just more mindful of those warning signs, like, hey, this muscle's not recovered completely, or whatever the reason is. And I just adjust. I avoid injuries before they happen. And that's really the kind of attention you have to give. You do a little more mobility, stretch it out a little bit, loosen it up, let it recover a couple more days, and then you're back and you're fine. So you have to be smart with your stimulus. You have to be smart with your recovery, and you have to be smart with knowing what your limits are. And a lot of people don't know what their limits are. A lot of people don't know what their limits are. And not only that, they don't know what their limits are, and they think that pushing themselves is the goal. So they don't know what their limits are, and they just do too much all the time, and they never recover. So getting back to that point, if you're older, you need to train hard, but you need to do very low volume and allow for recovery and do a lot more mobility and stuff. So get a good program. Maximum Swole is great. Maximum Swole is great because it meets you where you are, and there's very low volume, but the training is intense. So you have to work up to that. But as you get to be able to push closer towards failure, you can really minimize the volume and maximize your recovery and build muscle and strength and feel so much better combined with yoga. I'm John Doe on Instagram. Do you think chicken is a better alternative to red meat? No. No, I do not. So I'll leave that as a very simple answer because you asked me a direct question. TF, bruh. Are cornflakes good post-workout? Cornflakes are garbage. Dog shit. You shouldn't be eating them, period. If you're going to eat that kind of garbage, post-workout or pre-workout is probably the best time to eat that garbage, but I wouldn't recommend eating that garbage. Kevin, Papasolio, juice or no juice? What are you talking about, dude? Anabolic steroids? I don't take any. I can't give you that kind of advice. That's up to you. Apple juice? Love orange juice, fresh fruit juice. My shirt is not in the shop. Oh, it absolutely is. Go to the website. I'm banned from TikTok shop or anything like that, if that's what you're talking about. Go to the website. Buy one, get one 50% off. Link in bio. Juice or no juice? Ahmed Sharif, Papa Soy, the best grip for lat pull down machine. Good question. I'm assuming you mean like a pulley. So we're not talking about a plate loaded machine or something like that. So we're talking about, hey, you have one of those long benches, like a low row machine combination or something. You have the pad you put over your thighs and you're doing the pulley lat pull down. So the best grip, there's two grips that you can use. That machine is best. Some of them are a little bit different, but that machine is generally best with training the lats in the frontal plane, meaning maybe like a little wider than shoulder width to like a wider grip. Pick something that you feel most comfortable with. You can do more of a sagittal plane, lat biased on some, single arm pulling down, leaning back or kneeling behind it or using a bench. So there's no best grip, but when you want to train the lats, you want to do either wide grip pull-ups or wide grip pull-downs and some sort of sagittal plane where the elbow's more tucked into the front. You're pulling down to the midline. So some sort of mid row, like a cable row or a high row, even a low row. I mean, it's still going to work the lats just from a different angle and different load. So those two positions, elbow tucked in and then elbow wide. So you're getting frontal and sagittal plane, and then just do a row for your upper back with your elbows flared, some kind of T-bar or chest supported row or Kelso shrugs or something on a bench where you're prone. So you can get the middle traps, the rhomboids and stuff like that. So the elbow's more flared. And aside from that, you'll get spinal erectors if you do some sort of hip hinge for legs. So RDLs or stiff leg deadlifts. You can also do 45-degree hypers with a band or dumbbells or barbell. So you train the whole back. P. Justin, 31. What's the best way to put on muscle mass without putting too much fat on? Stimulus, high protein, provide a proper stimulus, and eat around maintenance. And then slowly increase as you get stronger, making sure that you're regularly getting stronger, adding reps, weight, or both. And then you'll know if you're building muscle, and then keep your overall caloric intake and your protein, everything around maintenance. So you're putting on weight very, very slowly, because you could still build muscle while maintaining. You just want to make sure you're getting stronger. If you're not, just, then slowly increase your protein and stuff like that. Very slowly. Eat maintenance, start with the growth stimulus, build muscle where you're at, and then slowly increase the protein. That way you are incrementally, very consistently increasing your calories over time, but mostly focusing on protein, adding maybe a little carbs or fat, as needed, but very, very slowly allowing your body to lay the contractile proteins and build strength, which is a product of that, and making sure that you're either staying around the same body weight overall or slowly increasing, and that would be the best way. It takes time, so if you're eating 4,000 calories a day, you're putting on a lot more fat. You'll see the scale going up faster, but it's fat. So you're not building muscle if you're not getting stronger, so make sure you're getting stronger. That's why it's important to track your workouts. All right, let's see. Charles on TikTok, do I run TRT? I do not. DesMonkey08 on Instagram stories. RDL versus stiff leg deadlift, form, purpose, targeted muscle groups. Oh, guys, you could just fucking Google this shit sometimes. RDL is with your knees a little bit more bent. Stiff leg is with your knees more stiff. Why? Because if you do stiff leg, if you're bending at the hips and the knees, you're taking stress off the hamstrings. So RDL's not really ideal for hamstrings. If you're actually hitting your hamstrings during RDLs, you're probably doing stiff leg deadlifts and not realizing it. So RDLs will bend the knees more, and it's better for adductors and glutes, because if you're bending at the hip and the knee, it just takes pressure off the hamstring. So you are hitting more glutes and glutes, spinal erectors, and adductors. Stiff leg, you're going to get more hamstrings. You're going to get more hamstrings and glutes and spinal erectors. So stiff leg is great if you want to work the hinge component of the hamstrings, which you should. You could do that with a stiff leg. You could do that with good mornings. You could do that with 45-degree hypers with dumbbells, not a band. Band is going to hit the glutes more. And there's other ways, but that's how you want to hit the hamstrings. So for hamstrings, you want to do a curl, seated or prone, and you want to do, or Nordic curls, and you want to do a hinge. So you have options for the hinge. You could use like transformer bar. There's different ways where you can really isolate the hamstrings. So more hamstrings, if you want more hamstrings, do stiff leg. If you want more glutes and adductors, do RDL. Yeah, cornflakes were designed for, wasn't it for like psychiatric, like an insane asylum? Isn't that the Kellogg? Wasn't he a psychiatrist, or he gave the prisoners or the insane people cornflakes so it would kind of like neuter them and lower their testosterone and sedate them because the food was such garbage? But we feed that to our kids and we wonder why fertility rates are low and boys think they're girls. So it's garbage. Look it up. I forget the story, but wasn't it Kellogg? Didn't he just like give prisoners or something like that? I know some of you guys know or you're looking it up. Okay. More questions. Cerny says you'd have to be insane to eat them. I don't know if he was a psychiatrist. It was something like that. Or a scientist, or he was whatever. Something like that. Look it up. Look it up. Was his name Stephen Kellogg? I don't know. You have so many names and things in my head. I forget the details, but you can look it up. Last chance for questions. Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. TO Sports for life. Papa Swolio. Does it help if do one warm-up set at low weight along with cool-down set? You don't need cool-down sets. I don't know what that means, per se. One warm-up set, you do as much as you need. There's definitely better strategies. If you're trying to lift heavy, you want to kind of progress. You want your first working set to be your heaviest set. So you want to prepare for that. Whatever you need to do to prepare for your all-out intense set or two or whatever your workout is. People don't realize that your warm-up is just your preparation. You want to do what you need to be able to train at your full capacity for the task that you need. So if you're doing some sort of like high intense cardiovascular, you got to prepare for that. If you're doing high intense weight training, it's going to be a different preparation. So you want to make sure that you're not fatiguing yourself for what you're trying to do. A lot of times people do warm-ups and they just exhaust themselves before they do 30 minutes of fucking cardio and they're dripping in sweat. And then they think they're going to get anything out of their weight training session. They're just exhausting themselves before they lift weights. All right, fam. Let's get into some balls deep. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you come on over. Links in the bio. Buy one, get one 50% off. papaswole.com. Come on over to Rumble or YouTube at The Daily Swole and catch the rest of the show. Thanks for being here. Excellent. Let's get into
That's deep.
more. All right. Let's see what we got here today. Drop a number 1, 2, 3. Moving right along. Again, we have time every day for some questions. Sometimes we get a bunch. Sometimes we don't get a lot. People sometimes get their notifications. They don't. It's all right. We're here all the time. I think yesterday's episode had some issue posting, but it should be up. So if you missed yesterday's, you can catch it on the stream. Let's see. We got a couple people saying number 3. Let's go. Number 3, not safe. Not safe in the USA. Let's see what we got in the gunch. Let's see what we got.
Video to make. I'm going to try to keep it quick. Keep your attention. I am pulling out of the All Roads Festival in Maine that I was booked to play on May 16th and 18th. That's because it doesn't feel safe for me to go across the border into the States as a Canadian trans guy. I just don't feel like it's worth the risk. So I want to thank All Roads for booking me because I would have loved to be there with you. And thank you for understanding and being so supportive.
I'm going to be honest. Canadian and trans is kind of redundant. Too soon? Okay.
I also want to give a big shout out to my friend Bells Larson, who announced today that he has to cancel the US leg of his album release tour. He has a really beautiful record coming out at the end of April. So if you don't already follow him, please follow him and get ready for that. He was informed by the Musicians Union that they couldn't process his visa application because the US is no longer approving visas for people whose passport gender marker does not match their birth certificate gender marker. This is really upsetting, obviously, and it has huge implications for all trans people from anywhere outside the States.
So these people are fighting to have their mental disorder on their passport. I want everyone to know that I am Mentally insane. Let it be known. You don't need, look, you walk around like that, no one needs to see your passport to know, bro. We know you're not all there. Dude looks like he's straight out of like American History X. Okay.
What's in the box?
All right, let's get into another one. It's all good. Oh, we got Abbey Dull. Let's do hers last. This one's called Fat Phobia Rant. Ooh, cleavage. Yikes.
I haven't talked to y'all in a while, the reason everybody hates their bodies. But in case you were wondering, it is systematic tools of oppression that make us hate our bodies, i.e. the patriarchy and racism. Okay? Okay,
Yeah.
So let's go back. I know a lot of people will say, it's unhealthy, it's unhealthy. That does not take away from the fact that there are people on this planet that still deserve, love and decency and respect. Yes, maybe someone at X size might be unhealthy, but did you know people of smaller sizes as well may be unhealthy? Body type may affect those things, okay? But the tools to analyze that come from racist origins. BMI came from not even a doctor, but a man that was trying to prove that black women do not deserve health insurance. So he specifically studied it in a way that actually more so incriminated, for lack of a better term, incriminated black people to have to pay insurance because they were out of the body mass index that primarily supported white folks and white bodies and Eurocentric bodies. As well as the patriarchy, let's tap into that. The patriarchal controls that are enlisted in our society hold us to a standard that is so unlivable and unable to achieve that once you even achieve it, a new one comes out. Okay? So next time you're insecure about your body, tell me what you're insecure about. Belly fat? That's fat phobia, babe. And where does it come from? Systematic
What
oppression.
is the best move to silence a woman?
You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Peace. Quiet. Happiness. Shh. Let's wrap this bad boy up. This one's called Long But Worth It. That's what she said. It is a couple minutes. We usually don't do ones this long. That's what she said. But I see Abbey Dull in the video, so we're going to do it. There's text on the screen. It says, your pregnancy diet, making baby fat and sick, question mark, exclamation point. I don't know what's going on here, but let's see what's happening. Long but worth it. Let's see what we got here. Who's ready? Who's ready? Let's go.
Meeting the human I made out of pizza rolls, Cheetos, mac and cheese, and Dr. Pepper.
This is disgusting. Like, I'm actually appalled. This is the type of thing that's being normalized on TikTok now. We all know we can't drink while we're pregnant, right? It's bad for the baby, everyone knows that. We can't smoke when we're pregnant. It's bad for the baby, everyone knows that. Is this not bad for the baby? Ferrous sulfate, enriched cornmeal, corn, canola, and or sunflower oil, maltodextrin, MSG, citric acid, a preservative, artificial colors, red 40, yellow 6 lake, yellow 6, yellow 5, rancid milk and whey proteins, natural flavors, no one knows what that is. Like 3 random preservatives on the bottom of the list. Why do kids get asthma when they're 3 years old? Why do kids get eczema when they're 6 months old, 1 month old? They haven't consumed enough toxins in their life to get a severe autoimmune disorder like that, a malfunctioning of their immune system. They're getting it from the toxic load that was dumped onto them from their mother.
Hi there. You know what's disgusting? Creating a video explicitly designed to shame and terrify moms.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear her try to defend this shit. Yes, it's poisoning your kids. It's poisoning your body, and you think your fucking child isn't affected by what you consume. Please don't tell me you're this much of a dumb bitch. Please don't. Don't do this to me right now. Come on, man. Don't be that much. Don't be this. Just stop right here. Shame and terrify moms. If you're a mother, if you're pregnant, you're eating Cheetos, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? That's just tip of the iceberg as to what people are doing. Give me a break. That's fucking common sense. Oh, wait, here's Abby Sharp. You're terrifying people. Yeah, don't eat that shit if you're not pregnant. Don't eat that garbage if you are. Are you kidding me? All right, it says long but worth it. Fuck me. All right. All right, come on, fam. Rally, 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 rally.
while attracting them with the hashtag moms of TikTok when you have zero experience growing a human.
Yeah, you have zero experience growing a human. Well, apparently growing a human doesn't require an IQ, Abby.
Or any prenatal nutrition or healthcare expertise. Oh!
You need, what does expertise mean? Knowing that you shouldn't be sucking down artificial flavors and artificial food coloring and ultra processed sludge and industrial waste when you're pregnant? You need expertise for that. You need to go to school to know that.
But what you do have is experience selling organ meat beef chips made with microplastic-free salt. How?
Okay. So he sells products. So we're going to knock the fact that this guy has experience selling organ meat chips. Like, okay, I'm not going to buy them. But I eat organ meats. Like, are you saying organ meats are bad and salt is bad? That doesn't have fucking plastic in it? Whether those claims are true or whatever, like, okay. Oh no, he has a product he sells. I sell stuff. I'm not allowed to have an opinion because I have a business? Jesus Christ.
Meat beef chips made with microplastic-free salt. How relevant for this genre, seeing as while we have zero evidence that Cheetos in pregnancy specifically cause harm.
Okay, this is, again, I know I'm stopping this retardation. I'm not trying to stretch it out, but she says so many fucking stupid things per second. We just have to extract it. I can't go through. I'm not like analyzing this video more than in the moment, okay? We have zero evidence that Cheetos in pregnancy specifically cause harm. Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why that we don't do studies with pregnant women, like human studies? They're observational. We're not, hey, let's take these pregnant women and stuff them full of all these chemicals and see if it harms the baby, because it's immoral or it's unethical, and both. So, yeah. Zero evidence. You know what that means? There's no double-blind study that studies Cheetos in pregnancy. Who's doing that study? Who's going to fund that? You think Nestle or Kellogg or Kraft or whoever the fuck owns Cheetos? You think they're not, or Frito-Lay probably, right? That sounds right. Frito-Lay sounds right. Oh, am I going to get censored? Is the internet going to cut out now? Am I going to get throttled because I'm talking about Cheetos? Dude. Zero evidence. Zero evidence. Where's the Cheeto in pregnant woman study? So this is a weird, it's not even an argument. Like that kind of stuff's not studied. This is the problem. We have so many problems with children. We have so many problems with development. We have so many problems with low testosterone fertility rates. We have so many problems with all these fucking things. And these idiots are like, eat whatever you want until we have like overwhelming evidence after 30 years of people dying needlessly and having mental disorders and all these kinds of neurological issues. Let's just wait until it's just so obvious 50 years from now. Oh, we'll never do that again. We ban that. 4 out of 5 doctors smoke Camels. You know, used to have doctors in lab coats smoking fucking cigarettes. I remember it. I remember the big Marlboro Man ads in Times Square right there. The big fucking thing right there in the middle. You need studies to know that you shouldn't be eating these things? Who needs a study for that? Seriously, who needs a study? I'm not saying you eat a bag of Cheetos, you're getting cancer next week, but come on, guys. No one eats one bag. How many fucking bags of Cheetos are you eating in your life if you eat Cheetos? It could be 1,000. It could be 5,000 in your entire life. Maybe 500. Okay. If you're eating 500 or 1,000 bags of Cheetos in your life, just picking a number, maybe that's nowhere near accurate, but I don't know. It's way too many. Let's say you're eating 1,000 bags of Cheetos in your entire life. That's not the only thing you're doing. You're consuming all the soda too. You're not just eating tons of Cheetos and everything else is on point. You do everything properly, but you just pound Cheetos. No, you're just, think of all the things in your environment, like all the other toxins, and they're eating Cheetos and then using Axe body spray and Old Spice deodorant and all these bleach products and stuff in their environment, and Lysol and Glade plugins and air fresheners and perfumes and colognes and soda and vegetable oils and seed oils and everything. I'm telling, like, so she's going to pick on the fucking Cheetos thing. Yeah, it's disgusting. But let me tell you something. If you're a mother and you're pregnant and you're eating Cheetos, for fuck's sake, that's not the only thing you're eating. I mean, come on. Oh, this person, that's like me doing everything that I do. And I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else. I'm saying this is what I do. I eat beef. I don't eat any of that stuff. But I do everything else like that. And then I just pound Cheetos. I'm just eating Cheetos. That's my one thing. I just eat Cheetos all the time. And I'm telling you, when I was eating Sour Patch Kids, like 7 or 8 years ago, I wasn't doing all the other things too. There's a lot of other things. I'm not perfect now, but I'm doing many more things. So that was only one thing. But remember, you have some cracks in your foundation. I also wasn't getting good sleep. And I was also doing things. I was trying different things. I was doing kale shakes, or I was doing... That was really early on. I mean, let's say that might have been 2015 or 2016, because I was doing bulletproof coffee. I mean, I was doing all sorts. I tried different things. See what works. You know, I was early on I wouldn't say early on the beef liver train. I mean, people have been eating it for thousands and thousands of years, but I've been eating raw liver for like 15 years. So, you know, I've been doing this for a while, trying all those kind of things. And really the kingpin, and not to get too far off topic, but really the fulcrum is really focusing on sleep, son. But really, that was a huge missing piece for most of my life, was not getting quality sleep. I wish I was paying more attention to sleep. That's the number one thing I wish I had been doing my whole life. Even with training and trying different things and eating well, or all these things, I wish that really was a game changer. You dry heave that kale shakes. Oh, like a whole Vitamix of just water and kale. Yeah, you have no fucking idea, bro. I can't even imagine what shit I was doing to my body. Oh God. Raw fucking, I feel bad. I still feel bad. I still feel like it's in my body. Maybe this is like penance. I'm like, me eating, every time I eat a steak, it's apologizing for my body for eating kale in the past, for like blending kale in water and consuming it. It's like guilt. Okay, we have zero evidence that Cheetos cause harm. Jesus Christ, you're a dumb cunt. All right,
plastic-free salt. How relevant for this genre, seeing as while we have zero evidence that Cheetos in pregnancy specifically cause harm, we do have evidence of the harm of eating an excessive beef liver during pregnancy. Because if genre, seeing as while we have zero evidence that Cheetos in pregnancy specifically cause harm, we do have evidence of the harm of eating an excessive beef liver during pregnancy. Because if
what?
Pregnant folks were to consume 1 bag of your signature product, they would be consuming 5 times the recommended amount of liver per month that
What's the recommended amount of liver per month? You know, this is nonsense, right? You know, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. Trust me, fam, you're not going to hit that. You're not going to hit that high limit of liver. I'm telling you, you're not. Good luck. Good fucking luck. It's not that easy. And like, oh, you have a little too much liver. Too much. Oh, too much liver. Don't eat too much liver. Oh, red meat's also bad for you, and eggs are bad for you. Use margarine. Use soybean oil. Yeah, stay away from liver. Too much liver. Stay out of the sun. Cover your skin with toxic chemicals. Don't go out in the sun. Ooh, it's going to burn you and give you cancer. Oh, cancer. Not this fucking cyclohexanes that are in your banana boat propellant fucking sun spray. Jesus Christ, these people are just retarded and evil. And evil by evil in the sense of just absolute professional neglect from being so retarded and thinking that you know what the fuck you're talking about. This is just scary levels of stupidity and lack of common sense and just using your fucking brain. It's really scary. Yeah, Jarella, I know it's the vitamin A, but think about how much beef liver you have to eat. It's so much. It's much more than people think. No one's eating a pound of liver a day. and what quality and the context of everything else you're doing. Come on, you could have a few ounces a day, no problem. I don't know what this says here. It's covering the thing. I can't see what she's posting on the screen. I can't read it.
Be safe.
Even though liver contains a high dose of vitamin A, eating half a... I can't see what it says. I can't see exactly what the... She's just showing text on the screen as if like, oh, that's proof.
They would be consuming 5 times the recommended amount of liver per month that would be safe for baby. Did you know that? Probably not. As for your fear-mongering claims that mom's diet during pregnancy is what is causing significant health outcomes like asthma, allergies, and eczema, here's the truth.
Eczema? Like, what'd you say? What'd you say?
And eczema.
What was that?
Asthma, allergies, and eczema.
Like Zinzima? Who hold the keys to my bima? Eczema? Eczema. Who hold the keys to my bima? Eczema. Eh? Eczema. I'm calling it eczema from now on. I need that soundboard. Eczema. Who hold the keys to my bima? Come on, who knows that song? Crickets. Eczema. Eczema. Okay. That one hurt.
Asthma, allergies, and eczema. Here's the truth. Yes, maternal diet does seem to play a role in reducing the risk of allergies.
You don't fucking say. Maternal diet does seem to play a role in reducing the risk of allergies. Wow, tell me. I'll take fucking common sense for 100, Alex. So is breastfeeding. So is vaginal birth. Not C-sections. Yeah. Cool story, bro. Like, come on. This is just logic 101.
Associated conditions like eczema and asthma.
Jesus
Research suggests
Christ,
that a
you said
diet
it
rich
again.
in vegetables, eggs, and whole grains help to reduce the risk, likely related to intakes of antioxidants like vitamins E, D, selenium, and omega-3s. Other research suggests that this may largely be related to the impact of a largely plant-based diet on baby's gut microbiome, which can in turn reduce the risk of inflammatory and autoimmune conditions.
Do
So
not
yes,
do that.
there's no doubt that maternal diet can play a role in supporting baby's health.
See how she's talking about like plant-based things. Do not do plant-based with a baby. Do not do plant-based. Fucking hell. Do not do that. That is abuse.
But you know what is way more important than how many servings of vegetables mom eats in a day while pregnant? That they are eating. That baby is growing. And for a lot of pregnant folks, it can be a huge feat to keep anything down.
Yeah, because you're eating garbage. You're eating garbage.
Soda crackers and salt and vinegar chips are the only thing that quells the nausea enough to keep mom out of the hospital. Maybe they're the only
Healthier
thing helping
sperm.
baby to meet its growth milestones. So moms, if you are struggling with feeding yourself while pregnant, content like this, know that you are probably doing the best job that you can.
Oh, you're doing the best job that you can. Cool. Excuse terrible behavior. She is such a frustrating person. Look at her fucking eyes, dude. Look at those fucking eyes. They never lie.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
That's scary looking shit.
And that also no one food in isolation is going to make or break baby's health.
So that's not an argument either. Oh, just a little alcohol, just one shot. It's not going to harm. One food, one thing, one food. Yeah, one food all the time. Don't forget, these people do not want to address how this garbage and chemical trash is in every food. Everything you're eating. People are cooking chicken in like rancid olive oil, or they're using spray and Crisco. You know, they're eating all sorts of ultra processed crap. So again, the fact that if someone's eating Cheetos when they're pregnant, my God, they're eating so much other garbage in their environment all the time. It's not like it's one thing. It's everything. It's everything. The garbage in these foods are in fucking everything. And they're in things that you won't even think that they're in. Things people don't even look at the labels for. She acts like people are just eating Cheetos and, well, whatever you else is doing is just as good as you can. What a fucking excuse. She's Canadian, right? Canadians and, you know, people from the UK, it's like that tall poppy syndrome. It's like they can't speak out for them fucking selves. You can't use logic and common sense. You just got to always be like, oh, there's just denial of just fundamental reality. You're being poisoned at every fucking turn. So she's pinpointing this one video this guy made on Cheetos, and the guy is right. I don't know what the whole video said, the whole context, but if you're telling me that pregnant women shouldn't be eating Cheetos, yeah, no shit. And she's like, oh my God, some women, you're getting nauseous. And sometimes Cheetos might be the only thing you can keep down. You're doing the best that you can. You're not doing the best that you can if you're eating Cheetos. So fuck off.
Your prenatals, drink lots of water.
Yeah, take your synthetic vitamins. Take your synthetic prenatal vitamins. Take your synthetic prenatal fucking vitamins, but be careful of beef liver because it could be toxic to your baby. But take those prenatal vitamins that are just ultra processed and who knows what compounds are fucking in them or what's in them as a byproduct of manufacturing. Yeah, just take your prenatal vitamins, but be careful. You might get a little bit too much liver. Oh. Is it evil or is it stupidity or is it virtue signaling? Like, what's her problem? What the fuck is happening here? And yeah, I'm biased because I've seen so many stupid fucking videos from this person over the years. I've been making videos that discuss this dumb shit all the time. This is not the first time she said dumb shit. I've said dumb shit too. You can make a video about dumb shit that I've said. Add it to the fucking list. But I've never said stupid shit like this. But take those prenatal vitamins, but be careful of eating beef liver. You're going to have a whole beef liver. It might be a little bit too much. That's beef liver. Take those prenatal vitamins. How many vaccines should we give our kids? What do you think? You know, she's pro fucking shot. She probably has like a booster a week. I have this picture. I'm actually going to bring it up because we talked about it yesterday. Nothing to see here, fam. Can I just drag it on the screen? What about that? What do you think about that, Abby? Now, you can't defend yourself in the moment, but I'm going to show you that. Is that okay for babies? What do you think about that? I'm curious. Does Abby Sharp make a video about CDC recommendations for experimental therapies on children? What about that? What about Cheetos and all those vaccines? What about Cheetos, soda? What about other petrochemicals in body care products from women? What about synthetics? What about women that are pregnant or before they're pregnant or after they're pregnant? You know, are you still wearing synthetic underwear, right? Polyester underwear right against your organs? You know, what else are you doing? What other medications and pills are you on? Mark, we need you, man. Mark, take it. No, you got it. Come on, man. You're like Atlas. You're like Atlas of the Swole fam. You're carrying all the whales on your back. You got to carry that. Got to take this one too, man. You're like the DH. You know, you're just here to swing, bro. Just here to swing.
That you can, and that also no one food in isolation is going to make or break baby's health.
I know we just played this. I have another angle to come at this for, but that's why we're here right now. Food in isolation. Any food in isolation is not going to make or break the baby's health. Okay. Again, I'm just going to reiterate. That's the excuse. Like, well, just eating. Like she makes it seem like, oh, just eating a Cheeto, just eating one bag is not going to make or break. I agree. One. It's still negative, but you know, it's like a little, if you're a bird and you're building a nest, you might need 5,000 pieces of, sticks. Okay. So one isn't going to make or break the nest, but guess what? You get rid of half of them. Yeah. This is not just one time. So one food in isolation, you're acting like people eat a bag of Cheetos and have no other bad habits. We're talking about everything. Fucking loaded. Nobody eats Cheetos once. That's what Loretta says. Nobody eats a bag of Cheetos and everything else is perfect. What is perfect? Yeah, I know. I get it. But come on. If you're eating Cheetos while you're pregnant, you're doing, that's just one of 1,000 things that could be drastically improved. You're eating all sorts of shit. Facts. Yeah, don't blow. No, definitely pull out, Mark. Like, I'm not saying inseminate. I'm saying, okay, let's move on.
Keep taking your prenatals, drink lots of water, and add as much color to your plate as you can stomach. And if you
As much color to your plate as you can stomach. She's one of these color jockeys. Yeah, color. Make sure it's colorful. Again, this is like the climate change bullshit. Eat colors. Focus on nutrients, focus on quality foods, meat and fruit. You get colors like, you don't have to get every fucking color. You don't have to eat every fucking thing. People are going to eat a banana and be like, I'm eating yellow. It's like, that's not how it works, bro. It's like, remember Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Frank was like, he went on the diet of just eating blue. Everything was blue. It's like that kind of shit. Yeah, blueberries are great, but you don't have to like, oh, it's blue, I'm going to eat it. I want red too. I need to get some orange. Let me get some. That's just ridiculous.
You can't put anything in your mouth that isn't beige and bland. Pre and probiotics can also help. But
drink some kefir. Have some sauerkraut. Just there's your probiotics.
Pro tip, don't trade your Lays for this guy's beef liver chips.
Oh my God. Dude, I can't do this anymore. I can't fucking do this anymore. I really should be doing like videos. Remember the nuts on chins? I just don't. We're just doing it here. I can't do it twice, right? We cover these videos and I'm like, oh, it's either one or the other. I do the podcast or I'm making videos like that. I can't be popping out things. Like I can't, it's too much. I don't have it in me to do it twice. I can't listen to this fucking shit twice. Can you believe it? There's 10 seconds left still, and she just can't stop saying retarded shit. Pro tip, don't trade your Lays for this guy's beef liver chips. She might be legitimately retarded. I mean, retarded has a wide, it's the standard deviation of retardation. Like we're talking like that bell curve is fucking wide, man. Oh my God. This is just pathetic. This is pathetic.
Pre and probiotics can also help. But pro tip, don't trade your Lays for this guy's beef liver chips, which we know can carry absolute risks. Next.
All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Let's give away today's Swole card, shall we? Okay, here we go. Falcon, take us away. We got, yeah, that one got to me. That is next level. Like that's just absolutely the most idiotic shit that I've ever heard in my life. Hashtag, what is it? Jim today. Nice. Jim today, Swole forever. Let's give away today's Swole card. Wow, speechless. I have no speech. No speech. All right, today's winner. We need him. We need him. You know him. You love him. He steps up when he needs to step up. Today's winner is Mark. Jim today, Swole forever. Mark is going after Abbey Sharp, and we appreciate him. We salute you, sir. Those who are about to die, salute you.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Mark stepping up. Mark is stepping up. We send him in. We're sending in the big guns. Go get her. Go get her. Get her done. Get her done, Marquise. You're gonna go over there. You're gonna get her done. You're gonna do whatever you can Give her that sourdough D. Gross. I don't want to hear anything about it. I just want it to happen, and I want it to be very quiet over there. Again, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she's Canadian. So, again, we get it. I understand what's happening. It makes the recent election much more understandable. I'm understanding a lot more things now when I realize, like, oh, yeah, well, that person's Canadian too. I like Canadians. Based Canadians are awesome. But when they're not, it's not good. It's like having the UK on your border. It's just flaccid. What's with this kind of... It's like mental weakness. What's with that lack of... How do you not know? How are you not aware of these things? How are there people out there that are still obsessing over calories in, calories out, and macro trackers? How are people still not getting it? How is it not obvious? Is it just because it's like mainstream media, carnivore, and the whole carnivore thing just gets ridiculed as some conspiracy theory? Oh, people that just eat liver and steak. Is it because we have people like, or we had, I don't know, I haven't seen his content forever, like Liver King, who just makes a mockery over ancestral nutrition, essentially? Like, it was super cringe and people just like laughed it off. I was like, look at this guy eating liver and bone marrow and this, like, that shit's great, bro. Steak all the time. Like, it's amazing. But people write it off as like some caricature because like one guy gets super, popular, and then everyone writes it off because like, oh, that's one lunatic, but like it's legit. So it kind of ruins it. I mean, I guess it keeps steak prices, I mean, they're expensive, but more affordable because not everyone's clamoring for it, I suppose. I don't know what's going on. How do you have people today with all the internet and all that? You don't see the benefits of this. You're going to still make comments as if you're defending seed oils. You're defending these ultra processed foods. You're defending these big food and pharmaceutical companies. What the fuck is happening? How are you possibly still... It's mind blowing. My mind is blown. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is the FEFcast. We'll have some overtime, throwback DWG. We'll have new Balls Deep edits. And maybe I'll consider doing some NOC content. I don't know. I don't know if we need to, but that stuff, I just can't even have that in my brain. I can't watch that twice and not lose my mind. It would just... once is enough, man. That's hard. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. Anyway, fam, go make some gains today. Don't be like those people. Go to the fucking gym. We leaned into that. That just took a while. Crazy. Go to the fucking gym. SwoleNormaSex.com to join the fam. Hit the like button. Go make some gains. Share the show with your friends. Thanks for being here. Maybe no new DWG. We'll see. Maybe we'll have a new one. Maybe not. But we had one last week. So we'll see. But definitely overtime segment and... yeah, new Balls Deep edits for sure. It's going to be awesome. And we'll see you then. Peace, McGee, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Solio. Out.
Need a straight jacket, cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. Yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Well, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking